everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Anna. I could not wait to start playing with my wax seals, guys. So this is one of the things that I have discovered and I have heard. First of all, always have a napkin handy or a paper towel or something. A few things that I did learn while I was watching other people's videos was they mark the center of their seals so that they know where approximately the front is. So we have all seen the traditional, guys, I want you to know my table is not even. So my wax kind of runs to one side, and I didn't put, I don't think I put enough wax in this one. But my wax sort of runs up because my table is not even. I'll put 4 in the next one. And so when you place your seal down, you know approximately where the top is going to land, in case you're going to put it on paper and you want it to face the correct way. So what I did was immediately marked all of my seals. That way I know that the top is away from me. And okay, and I had mentioned to you guys that I already had the melting pot, the candle, and the spoon, the melting spoon. So these do come from Craspire, and you can buy a kit with everything already in it, which is really cool. You don't have to go from one page to another trying to find your set. And I am using the wax seals that I got in my review box. And one of the things that I've learned is that people worry about the wax seals coming off of their products, or if they're not putting it on paper, they worry about putting it on a crafting project. And that was one of my concerns too. And I'm like, well, what if it comes off my project? And I don't want it to come off. You know me, guys. I like things to stay on for the duration of, or the lifespan of that product or that project. So this comes off really easily once it's cooled down. And I thought at first, and I'm just gonna use my little spatula to pick it up with, or to lift it off with. And yeah, see, so I didn't use enough wax. And the really cool thing about this, guys, is that, we think because it's wax, it's weak, but it really isn't. Look at that, guys. And it's already completely cooled. It's not breaking apart. Therefore, it's very, very durable. I love that. So I can, and I love the fact that we can remelt these. So I'm going to cut these up because it's easier than me trying to, break it apart. So this is 3 wax seals. I'm going to add one more to that one just to make it 4. This one is melting. So one thing that I did discover on, what I wanted to, if I wanted to put it on a project, I took my one inch punch and I punched me out a circle, guys. I punched me out a circle, and then I'm going to pour my wax. I'm going to put the circle this way. I'm going to pour my wax on the cardstock versus my project, so to speak. And then I'm going to stamp it. The only thing about that is that we need to practice a little bit on, like I said, my table's not even. If it were even, it's an old table, so and it's plastic, so it kind of dips in a little bit. So if my table were even, I could just pour my wax straight there, and, it would distribute it evenly, but my table isn't. So my wax seals are always going to lean a little to one side. I did also cut a larger scallop circle. This is the 1.5 inch scallop circle. And I ink the edges, and for this one I think I will worn lipstick is what I used. I can pour my wax over this and then put my seal on it, and it'll have the scalloped edge. It'll have that exposed. How cool is that, right? So it doesn't have to be just the wax seal. You can add something decorative that it's going to grab onto, that the wax is going to grab onto, and stay on there, and then you glue this to your project. Simple enough, right? So we're going to see if this is going to work. And on your wax, you don't want it to get too hot, because then then you'll get bubbles, and those bubbles don't look pretty. I've seen bubbles and they do not look pretty. So to me, this looks pretty melted. I am going to go ahead and pour it over my 1-inch circle. And remember, I said it's probably going to run to one of the sides. So this was, I believe I put 4 of the beads in here. Yeah, see how it's running like to the back part? And I have found that if I don't, you know, swirl it around while I'm pouring it, it pours better as far as, you know, the shape. It's evenly formed. The circle is evenly formed versus it's evenly formed, more evenly formed versus you swirling it around. I have noticed that. So all the ones that I have made so far, they all run to one side. I'm gonna have to have my husband do something about this table, because I hadn't noticed that until now. But I am going to show you one that I poured previously onto the 1.5-inch circle, but this was only 2 beads, and obviously I think it needs more. So, and then I would glue this onto my project, right? So I thought, well, how you know, how well does it stick? It sticks well, guys. It's not going to come off your project. It's not going to come off your circle. And then if you use, you know, glue or whatever it is that you normally use for paper, it's not going to come off. So like this one, I cannot reuse because it's got the paper stuck on there, which is fine. This is just a review. This is for me to play around with and let you guys know what I discover. So it's okay, you know, that I'm not going to be able to reuse this. So, but see guys, it is so flexible. I mean, seriously, it is flexible. It is strong. It's a strong product. I fully love it. And then I was playing around with ink markers as well. So this is another one I made, and as you can see, it ran to, you know, to the front, which is what this one did. And you can color it with different colors and make it stand out even more. So on this one, guys, I did use the circle. See how I use the circle? And all I would have to do is glue this to my project, because I know the wax is going to stay on that paper. I'd have to try to peel it off, and of course I'm not going to do that, but I'd have to try to peel it off. It's not going to come off, and we can glue this to our project without the fear of, you know, well, is it going to come off? I love this. And I'm going to show you another one that I made with the 1-inch circle. And this one I wanted to see, well, so it didn't glue, the wax didn't go all the way to the end. So I wanted to see how, you know, well, will it peel off? Again, guys, look at that. It'll peel off, but the paper is going to stay stuck to the wax. It's not going to peel off that easily. So I wouldn't be afraid to put this on one of my projects. I really wouldn't, because it is so, I mean, it's just so flexible. It's such a sturdy product. I am truly impressed with this. So I am going to see, this one came up because it didn't go all the way down to the paper, because it didn't distribute evenly. So I'm gonna let that one heat up just a little bit more. Maybe it'll, without getting some bubbles. I see one bubble in there already. See if it'll distribute a little better, you know, wider. But this time I'm going to use the scalloped circle, the 1.5 inch, And I am going to use the one with the flowers. So remember I said I had one more handle, so I went ahead and we can put it on whatever seal we want. Which one's this one? Oh, this one's the one that says thank you. Well, I haven't played with this one, I don't think. So let me put the thank you on here. And I have played with the flowers. Let me do the thank you. I marked it, so I know the mark goes to me. So if I'm putting it directly on a project, I know that the thank you is going to come out right. So this one is heated up pretty well. I'm gonna wait just a little bit more. Okay guys, I see a couple of circles, so, I mean a couple of bubbles, a few bubbles. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this, and I'm gonna start right in the center. So I'm gonna wipe this down from the side because I don't want that wax to go down and you know, start burning. And I'm gonna put 4 more in there, and I'm going to put this down. And it looks like, yeah, it keeps running up. I need to pour it more to my side so they could run up. See right there, it looks like it didn't go all the way through. So I'm gonna do that to another 1.5 inch circle and see if I can get it. You know, it's time to play around. This is what we need. We play around until we find what works for us. I'm gonna go ahead and ink the edge. You know me guys, I like my edges on my stuff to be inked. So I am using worn lipstick here. Super excited. This is so much fun. It's a bit relaxing too, actually. I am going to use the thank you again. So this is probably cool down pretty good. Yep, there it is. Oh my goodness, how pretty is that, guys? Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Of course, with the exception of the part that I didn't get. Maybe if I flip this and then put it down, I don't know, we'll do another thank you. Yeah, I like that. And then if we ink it, and you know, these are just actually these were sent to me in a swap. I've actually never used it. Let me show you how easy it is to color these in. Just use the tip of your pen, marker, whatever it is that you're using. And it's just like coloring things in. You just color it in. I'm gonna do it all the same color. And you don't have to do all the same color. You can do different colors to make it pop even more. And they do have at Craspire, they have markers that will color your stamps. And of course, you know, I'm not taking my time, so it's not going to come out perfect, but not bad. And I honestly don't know where these come from. I really don't. And this is the first time I've ever used them. I don't think I've ever used these markers for anything. There you go, guys. How pretty is that? I think, yes, there's a new world opening up for us here, guys. So I'm going to use this one because this one came out pretty good. This one was the one that just lifted up just a little bit. But this one is the one that I say came out really well. I like that. Guys, here is this one. I think it's good to go. So I'm pouring it a little closer to me because it runs to the back. Wipe this down. And I think I'm going to actually get me another pot. Oh, that one came out so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Okay, so like I said, it's trial and error, and you just have to see what works for you. I am going to clean this off because I don't want my pot to get all dirty, nasty. I don't have any soot. I see some people have a lot of soot, and I don't know why. The only thing that I've been cleaning off, or you know, the little bit that pours, you know, that sticks to the side. Okay, another thing that I found that we could use is I got these key tags from Dollar Tree, and these have you know, the metal ring around them. And I went ahead and I colored mine gold. Okay, didn't do a very good job of coloring, but I colored mine gold. So I thought I would pour one onto the gold one to see what it would look like, because I did make one just with the plain silver. Okay, so I made this one. This one's the one with the flowers, and then on the back side I cut a 1-inch circle because I thought about making it into a dangle, but it's, for me, I feel like it's too big. So, or maybe on a tassel it might work a little bit better. So I had covered it with a 1-inch circle. If you have you know, a circle a little bit bigger, it'll cover the whole thing. But if you're going to put it onto your project like this, you don't need the circle. So this one turned out really well too. So I like this idea of the tag on there. So I am going to do the tag next. So the hole, you don't have to, if you're going to put it on a project like that, you really don't have to worry about your hole, you know, don't have to worry about it. So, and you don't have to worry about covering the back either, because it's going to go directly on your project. So let's see this one. Oh, look at that, guys. That turned out so cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look at that ring. I don't know, to me, because, you know, when I played with it for the very, very first time, I swirled the wax onto my surface. And I kind of, you know, it came out really wonky. I didn't like, you know, the unevenness of this ring. But this one is pretty good. I would confidently put this on a project. I really would. So the next one, let's try the bird cage. Let's try the bird cage. And for that one, I'm going to use the gold ring that the key ring, the key tag that I got from Dollar Tree. And I think this is ready to go. I see a few bubbles in there. So I'm going to pour it a little closer to me, and it's probably going to run to that side. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to put another wax seal or some more. So let me put this down. And you don't have to press, guys. You just have to put it down. So I think that 3 wax seals for this would have been more than enough. This one was 4, and it looks like it kind of went all the way to the rim. So you know what, guys, let's try one with 3 wax seals on there versus 4. So when you first start, some of it, of course, is going to stay in your spoon, in your melting spoon. So the very first one, I suggest maybe you use more than you think you're going to need, 1 extra one, or maybe even a half of one, because some of it is going to stay on your spoon. I have another spoon to where if I want to mix colors, marble colors, I can do that. But I really think I'm going to get another melting pot, because I'm not good at waiting. I just am not good at waiting. So if I have 2 melting pots going, I can have 2 wax spoons going at the same time. So the next one I'm going to do is another gold one, because I have another gold one that I painted 2 of them. And see, this one is stuck to the this one is stuck because the wax went, it didn't stay on the rim. It went out a little bit. And see what I mean about the air bubble? So that one's just gonna have to stay there. because I can't take this off because it's on paper. So it did go over just a little bit. So I'm gonna try 3 of them. Maybe 3 of them will work better, but isn't that pretty? I mean, besides the, you know, the air bubble, isn't that pretty? It turned out really, really nice. I'm hoping that 3 wax seals is gonna come out just as nice as that one. So let's do this one. This one, remember, is 3 wax seals. Okay. That one looks like it went all the way around, so we'll see in a little bit. So anyway, to clean these, you know, you don't need anything fancy. The spoon is hot, guys, so you never want to touch that. That's why I chose a wooden handle, because I was afraid that if my spoon got hot, the handle would get hot as well. And I just, you know, I don't like getting burned. So there we go. So they clean out pretty easily, not bad. There is no residue in there for the next, if you clean it well, there's no residue left in there for the next using. I'm sure you can clean it out with soap and water, wash them out. And there we go, nice and clean. And of course, you know, I have to mention that, you know, we should always be careful because this is an open flame. We should have a area that is well ventilated. And I'm going to blow out my candle. Of course, you know, placing my hand in the back so that the wax doesn't blow anywhere. There we go. And that candle, I mean, hardly burned down. I don't know how long I've been on here yapping away, but it didn't burn down very much. So overall, I am so happy with this product, guys. I am going to get more wax seal colors. I'm probably going to get some more seals, another warmer for sure. And don't forget, guys, the coupon code Anna5, that'll save you $5 off of a $40 order. And I myself am going to take advantage of that because I want another warmer. And I am so excited about this product. Okay, so I am going to peel this off the mat and it should be ready. Yeah, it feels ready. So there was a little bit, you know, that comes out, but if you put your glue around it here, it's not, you know, that won't matter. So let's take this off. And there we go. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. So super duper cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. Can you see that on a project, on a mini album, on a, you know, on a box? I can see that on many projects, guys. This is a game changer. You know, the paper under the wax is a game changer. At least it is for me. And just remember, don't warm up your wax too much to where you get this air bubble. And you should be okay. If you see one little bubble in there, I think it's time to take it out. At least that's the way I've been doing it. All right, guys, this was so exciting. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you give it a try. Guys, tag me if you make a video on your projects with the wax seals. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to everyone later. Have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys.